Hello, Real Dealers. Welcome back to the Real Deal Podcast. I'm Isaac Petz, joined by these two lovely gentlemen over here.
I'm Seth Purvis.
And I'm Andrew Furman.
And today we are doing Marvel. We are doing Marvel future plans and projects. So we're looking at over like the Wolverine trailer that just came out, Avengers Doomsday, 2 Spider-Man movies, a lot of fun stuff. But before we start, I'd like to talk to you. Where do you feel like Marvel is currently and where they're heading?
Which one of us do you want to talk first?
Seth.
Oh, joy, I get to go first. I think that Marvel is kind of in a free fall position right now. Like, I think they've realized how badly they've been screwing up the past, half decade, if we're being honest.
Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah, really crazy that it's been 5 years. I mean, we could say 6 to 7 years.
We could say potentially.
Andrew, would you say 6 to 7 years?
Maybe 8.
Maybe 8.
But go on.
Yeah, but I think they've realized how badly they've been screwing up, and so they're trying to do a lot of damage control, and it's not working out as well as they hope because of just the fact that there's so much burning of their audience that now they don't have a lot of trust.
I feel like the main issue was immediately after Doomsday came out, there was this...
Doomsday hasn't come out yet.
I'm sorry, immediately after Endgame came out, there was this quantity over quality mindset at the company where it was like they want to have 5 shows a year, 4 movies a year, all this stuff, just bombard them. Now's the time to hit. When they really should have taken. The thing is, they technically had a year off, kinda.
Yeah.
But it was forced on them, and they already had stuff trying to come out. But I remember 4 movies in a year came out, 2021.
Yeah.
After the break, that was 2020.
Which I think that was somewhat because they were trying to play catch up.
Yes, yeah. What do you think, Andrew?
I just feel like it's really disorganized, to be honest. Like, there's some really good movies that just hit right where they need to, like Thunderbolts, and there's other movies that just don't quite get there. Like, you can tell it was rushed, or you can tell it didn't have the right intentions behind it. I feel like, personally, I'm excited for Marvel's future, but to be honest, I'm not going to the theater and expectantly. I'm not excited about every single movie.
Well, would you say you're excited for their future, past Secret Wars, is what you're saying?
I wouldn't even say past Secret Wars, to be honest. Like, I'm excited to see what they do, but I'm not expectant for it. I'm not, on the edge of my seat. I'm just like, whatever Marvel does, they're going to do it, and they're going to put their best effort forward, but I'm not crazy excited.
Yeah.
I feel like, because you mentioned Thunderbolts being a really good showing of Marvel doing better nowadays, and I think that one was really interesting to me because the more that I thought about it, the more I thought that it was it was a really good return to form in the way of the Avengers property, because you had a bunch of characters that were already established and had been in their own properties before, or that the audience already knew, and now they're coming together to face a unified threat that is somewhat connected with all of them in some way, shape, or form.
It did make the universe feel more cohesive than it had in the past 5 years, where every movie is in this own pocket corner of the universe.
Yeah.
Where, at most there's cameos, but it doesn't feel like the actual world is being affected by what's happening since Endgame.
I would also say that they're having a problem of identity of they don't know who's running it anymore.
What character you mean?
Yeah, what character? Because before you had the big 3 in the
Obvious,
Infinity Saga.
Thor,
You had
Iron Man.
Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America. But Iron Man died, Captain America retired, and maybe died. I don't know. They're being very, very vague about that. Maybe he's on the moon. Maybe
Did you see that theory?
Wasn't that I thought that was an in-world theory that they were
yeah.
They were oh yeah, he's on the moon, and people are no, he's not. That's stupid, and it is stupid. Please don't say that's real. And then they have Thor existing.
Yeah,
he's kind of just doing.
Around.
Yeah, he's just.
I don't think they have a plan for him.
Yeah, I'm upset about what happened with Thor's character. They kind of forgot the whole really funny on the outside, but dying internally on the inside part of his character in Thor 4.
Well, I think we pretty much established what we think about what's happening. We're going to talk about more when it comes to Doomsday, I'm sure. But as far as specific things that are coming out, the first thing I have on my list is Insomniac's Wolverine, which isn't MCU, but still, I think it's cool. It's
Marvel.
I want to talk
It's
about it.
Marvel. You said you wanted to talk about Marvel, not the MCU.
Yes. Even though we're mostly going to talk about the MCU.
Probably, yeah. Andrew, would you like to start off this time?
Yeah, I've been a big fan of Wolverine since the X-Men movies. I watched them with my dad, and it's been incredible. And it is so good to see another Insomniac game not outside of the Spider-Man universe, but its own new character. Like, I love the first 3 Spider-Man games, but it's going to be really refreshing to see a different hero in the spotlight. And of course, it has to be Wolverine. Like, it's one of the best ones in the Marvel universe that we haven't even seen much in the MCU, which is the most incredible thing about it. We're shedding so much more light on a different side of Marvel that hasn't been portrayed in that cinematic universe.
We even see in the trailer, we don't just see Wolverine, we see a lot of the X-Men characters.
Yeah.
Mystique, I believe we see a Sentinel, they go to Madripoor.
There's Omega Red.
There's Omega Red? I didn't see him.
Yeah, he's in the trailer. He
For a few seconds.
Yeah, for like a
It's
few
very
seconds.
fast.
He like wraps one of his tendrils around Wolverine and like slams him
okay.
down with his
Yeah.
foot.
Well, I mean, that's what's
He
cool.
steps on him.
Do you think there's a possibility we might get a Spider-Man cameo?
I don't think there is that possibility, and I think that mostly because I don't see him going to New York. I don't see.
You don't see Wolverine go to New York?
Not in this movie. Well, not in this
Not in this
game.
game.
I don't see him going to New York in this game. I think they're going to keep because it seems like they're going a much more linear route,
Yes.
which honestly I'm a fan of. I don't think every game in the world needs to be
It's more
open world.
It's more Arkham Asylum than
Yeah.
Arkham City.
Yeah, which is great because I think that works better for Wolverine as a character, where he's not like surveying a territory or a certain city. He kind of just wanders around, goes where he wants to, and runs into problems that he then has to
Yeah.
deal with.
I do think, though, on the other hand, I think that will cause this movie to this game. We're mostly talking about movies, so it's this game to not have the same cultural impact that Spider-Man had in the games. Because in those games, like, so much of the conversation was that, like, oh, you can feel like Spider-Man. You can traverse this whole city, and you can feel like Spider-Man swinging around. I can't see that same conversation happening around Wolverine.
Well, I think part of the aspect about why that wouldn't happen is because, like, Spider-Man, there are a lot of Spider-Man games previous to the Insomniac ones.
Yeah.
And so you can see, like, a more defined timeline of, like, the swinging mechanics and the gameplay aspects getting better and better over time,
Yeah.
where this was, like, it peaked. Like, now it's finally getting to a really, really good place where you can feel like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Whereas Wolverine doesn't really have an established, like, game series.
He has one.
He has one game. He has one shockingly good game that I think they've been using as a template of what to look for. For those that don't know, that was the X-Men Origins Wolverine video game adaptation that is 10 out of 10. It is 10 times better than the movie. Low bar, but still.
Have you played the whole thing?
Have I played the whole thing? No, but I remember playing it as a kid on my brother's PS, because I think it was either a PS3 or an Xbox game.
Right.
I think it was Xbox.
Like an
actually.
exclusive?
Yeah, I don't think it was a console crossing game. I don't think it was crossplay, but I remember playing it and I remember enjoying it a lot.
I remember the main selling point of that original game was just how, like, violent it was and how you could, like, tear through enemies. And it seems like this new Wolverine is taking that same selling point. Like, you can just, like, tear through people in this new game, which is a big contrast to Spider-Man's more PG adventures.
Yeah. Especially considering that a lot of his enemies seem to be somewhat robotic, but you're still seeing blood splatter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Avengers game that Square Enix made.
Oh.
That was like really, really bad.
Yes.
where a lot of their, pretty much I think all of their enemies were just robots.
Yeah. So you don't see any blood or anything.
So there wasn't any blood, but Spider-Man, which came out before the Square Enix game, proved that you can have physical enemies with these
like real
characters that
people.
are superpowered and still not rip them apart.
Mm-hmm. Well, the idea is, like, Spider-Man goes out of his way to not kill people. So that makes more sense that you wouldn't see blood.
Yeah.
or a ton of it at least.
I don't think Captain America cared about that.
No, he would just shoot people.
Yeah, he was
Just
a war.
shoot
He was
people.
a soldier
I always
before
thought
he
it
was a
weird.
hero.
In Falcon and Winter Soldier, they make a big deal about him killing that one guy. I feel like you see Captain America kill people all the time
Yeah.
in those movies.
He's like, he doesn't enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
But he's willing to do it.
If
Yeah.
necessary. Yeah.
So, do we have any more thoughts on the Queen Wolverine game coming out in 2026?
Andrew?
I mean, I just feel like there wasn't a ton of it as the teaser was out, but
Yeah.
I did get to see a dev commentary, and I thought it was really cool, like, seeing the more in-depth stuff. Like, the game looks really good so far, and I'm really hyped to see, like, a full trailer for
Yeah.
it.
That 5-foot king is back.
I know.
Like more of a
Excited.
gameplay trailer,
Yeah.
you mean?
Yes,
Well,
certainly.
I remember, didn't they release, there was a leak that happened
Yes,
like
a
a
leak.
couple years ago.
And it was like a lot of the storyline of the game.
Well, I don't remember it being a lot of the storyline. I remember people raging about the gameplay because it looked like it was going more that Spider-Man route of you don't get to like rip people apart, which is
Oh.
what
Which-
people really expect from a Wolverine game.
When you look at the trailer that did come out, he is ripping people apart.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's nice.
So happy about that.
Yeah. I do think that was just they hadn't gotten to that point in development yet.
Because, yeah, it's got to be a lot of work putting all that
Yeah.
together and making it look good. So, of course, they wanted to hold that back a little bit. But in that
Yeah.
trailer, it was all out there. It was good.
Question that I did have that I want to bring up with Wolverine. I don't think his mask translates well in live action. I had this thought when I watched Deadpool and Wolverine,
Yeah.
where it looks kind of weird and awkward, and I think it looks the same, at least to me. This may be a preferential thing, but at least in the trailer
In the video game?
of the video game, it also looks a little weird.
Because it is trying to replicate real life.
Yeah,
Why do you think that looks strange?
I don't know. It's just,
Too silly?
yeah, I think it's like too
think-
silly. Like I think
It's always weird that Wolverine in the comics he doesn't. It's not really so much he chooses to wear that. It's like Professor X chooses it for him, right?
yeah. It's like, this is your costume now, and he's like, why do I have a costume? I'm used to, like, he's used to just wearing flannels and like
Yeah.
jeans.
All right. I think we've talked about enough about Wolverine.
Yeah.
I think we leave him in the past.
All right.
I think we talk about Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Andrew,
Brand
do you
New
like
Day.
Spider-Man?
Do you like Spider-Man, Brandon?
I mean, he's
Andrew?
not like my favorite.
There's a guy here named Brandon.
hero, you know.
Yeah.
it's
By the
like-
way, his name is actually Brandon.
Yeah.
Brandon. Yeah. No, I love Spider-Man. I love every iteration of Spider-Man. I love his stories. I love the character. I am him. So.
he's just like me for real.
He's in the studio. Spider-Man is here, and he's going to tell us all about his new movie.
All right, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, what do you think of your new movie that is coming out next year?
Brand New Day is incredible. It's my best movie ever. It's
Even after the head injury.
even after the head
Even after
injury.
your head fell off on Saturday.
Well, like I remember, like I read when I first heard about it, it was from an Instagram like post, and like the bio said like, oh yeah, he cracked his head open. I was like, oh my god.
Cracked his head open.
And then every other news source I looked at said, nah, it's just a minor concussion, and he's just gonna be out for a few days
Yeah.
for safety.
I'm thinking of that one on the Avengers campus at Disney World, where one of their Spider-Man animatronics malfunctioned and it fell and like hit his head on the ground
For
in
context.
front of a bunch of kids.
For context, Tom Holland did get injured on set of Brand New Day, his new movie. But he's doing all right. He's okay. He's recovering. I think he's taking a week off, maybe.
Oh, was it a week? Yeah,
I
I
wanna
didn't.
say
I
a
thought it
week.
was back to filming.
Back to filming immediately.
No, like I
Back to
thought, like
work,
the
kid.
week had passed, and he's
Maybe,
now back to
maybe.
filming.
Okay.
I just know that he took a
Or
week
maybe he's
off
taking a
at
fall
the week.
break.
Well,
Maybe.
big cast for this movie. Big cast. Michael Mando as Scorpion. Nacho from Better Call Saul.
And also
His movie.
as Scorpion from, because it's the same
Yeah,
actor
it's
as the
same
guy from
he was
Homecoming.
he was only in the movie for like a second.
In
Yeah.
a post-credit scene.
Yeah.
You know.
And then he got kicked really hard on that little ferry.
What?
Well, he was like,
Oh yeah. I forgot.
because
Oh,
he has
yeah.
that little
I
like
forgot
head
he's-
injury.
I forgot he's not just in the post-credit scheme. He's actually
Yeah,
in the
he
whole
is in the movie.
He's in the movie. I forgot.
He's just not Scorpion. He's just
not
a guy.
Scorpion yet.
He's just a.
Hulk, but the question is he actually going to be cool and not a nerd?
Probably not. I don't really like Smart Hulk.
Yeah, I don't like Smart Hulk. I think this movie, based on like the villains they've showed us and the fact, I think it's going more comic accurate route. to like make it feel like a comic book. So I don't think Hulk is gonna be smart. I think Hulk is gonna be more traditional. Hulk.
You can already like see that with just like Spider-Man's costume in this movie is so bright and so colorful.
Big spider.
We love a big spider.
It doesn't look like
unless
a
it's in my apartment, in which case I will kill it.
It doesn't look like a beetle anymore.
I know.
It does. It did kind of look like.
It looked like a beetle.
He looked like a little blue
Sarah,
beetle.
pull that up.
Put an image right here.
Okay. Oh, big one. Punisher.
Oh man,
Punisher.
John Bernthal.
John Bernthal. Yes.
So I guess this is going to be taking place after Born Again, then.
Yeah.
Season 2,
I guess.
because like, isn't he?
You finished that show.
I mean, we all
You
finished-
watched that show.
I watched that
Yes,
show.
yes,
You
yes.
watched that show. Did you watch
I
that
did
show?
watch that show.
Oh,
I
I
didn't
forgot
finish
that you
it.
watched that show.
You didn't?
I didn't. I
Oh.
didn't want to.
He
What?
ends that season ends with him being captured by the police.
Okay. It
Who are,
does.
yeah, and the police are like, "We love you," and he's like, "I hate all of you." You
What,
all are
does he kill him
stupid.
afterwards, or?
He like gets captured, like he kills them, gets captured, and that's how it ends.
It's a cliffhanger.
It's a
okay.
cliffhanger for the season 2.
So I guess there is, I believe, before this comes out, the Punisher special is coming out.
Yes.
Which we're going to talk about later, and he's going to do something there. So maybe that'll be a story about how he escapes.
Yeah. It would be a little in between.
Mm-hmm. In betwinkle. In betwinkle.
In betwinkle for the Peter Tingle.
But no, the thing is, I feel like if to be in a movie like this, he's got to be buffed. Like he can't be like Netflix era Punisher.
Yes.
If as cool as Netflix era Punisher is, like if he's going up against Hulk and Spider-Man, he's got to be buffed.
Is he gonna be the bad guy?
I think they're probably gonna team. They're probably all gonna fight each other.
I was about to say, I have a
And they're gonna
feeling
team up.
the film's going to start out and they're all going to be at each other's necks and they're going to be freaking out. And then some team up's going to happen, whether that's between the Punisher and Spider-Man or the Punisher and Hulk. I couldn't really see the Punisher and Hulk, but who knows? But I have a feeling they're going to go from that, like, almost enemies to friends.
lovers.
Oh.
To friends.
To friends, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a storyline where it's like Spider-Man's they're both trying to stop the same guy, but Punisher wants to kill everyone, and Spider-Man wants to stop him from doing that.
And they're just getting in each other's
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I am happy that this is kind of the route they're taking of it, where they're just, even though it's like a movie about like this hero mainly,
Yeah.
they have other heroes that are in there because
Yeah.
like they have such an expansive world now, and that's kind of how it more is in the comics, where yeah, like it's gonna be about centered around this hero, but you're gonna have other ones. I mean, how many friggin' heroes live in New York?
They all do.
In Marvel.
There's more.
I don't know why anybody
Who-
else lives in that city at
Yeah,
this point.
who protects other cities? I feel like no one does.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened if somebody attacked Chicago?
Nothing. No one would care.
Does LA exist in that world?
Yes, it does. She-Hulk's the one would protect. She-Hulk's the only one protecting.
I guess so.
Yeah,
LA,
she's just
I
gonna
guess.
twerk him away with Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes. Oh, the news came out. Marvin Jones III is playing Tombstone. Do you know what he looks like? Marvin Jones III.
No.
That was from Black Lightning, right? Was that the actor
Pull
or
up a
no?
picture right there, Martin
Sarah.
Jones
Or
III.
no, maybe it's.
But no, this guy looks like Tombstone.
Oh hell!
Yes,
he,
that is
oh
from
yeah,
Black
he does.
Lightning. Yes.
This
Wait, why
guy-
does it say his name is Crondon?
His name's also Condon. He's a rapper.
Oh,
I don't know much more about him than that.
is he gonna be spitting bars
He hopefully.
while he beats Spider-Man with a bar?
I hope so. I
No,
hope
he's
he
not
starts-
confirmed as
He's not
Tombstone,
confirmed?
is he?
I think he. Well, no, he was confirmed.
Never mind.
He was confirmed. Yeah.
He
I'm not
does
sure.
look a lot like Tombstone, though. If you're
If
going
I'm wrong,
for the
Sarah,
bold version.
Sarah, tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was confirmed.
Sarah's the unofficial fourth member of this podcast.
Sarah, pull that up. Sadie Sink's also in this movie from Stranger Things, possibly playing MJ. We don't know for sure though.
I
I don't know.
don't know how I
I
feel
hope
about
not
that.
MJ. I don't. I have a feeling that's the route they're not going down.
I thought they were gonna go the Gwen Stacy route.
Maybe.
You think Sadie Sink's playing? Oh my gosh, Sadie Sink is playing
No,
Gwen Stacy.
no, I don't think that because I don't think she could be blonde.
You don't think she what? You don't think she could be blonde?
I don't think she would look good as a blonde.
It's possible. Yeah. We also know this movie is being directed by Destin Daniel Cretton from Shang-Chi and Just Mercy, if you've seen that.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
It's a
no, I have
movie.
not.
It's a court case drama.
Is it about Mercy?
Yeah.
Is it just about Mercy?
It's just about Mercy.
But anyway, that director is incredible.
Yeah?
Oh, I love Shang-Chi, especially all the fighting scenes. I feel like he has exactly what he needs to pull off the type of fighting scenes that Spider-Man
Yes,
needs.
yeah.
It's
I definitely
incredible.
think the best part of that movie was, sorry to cut you off, was
Okay.
the fighting.
Yeah, the camera work and the cinematography, like, because that was another thing. I think he has really good lighting in a lot of, at least there's a lot of good lighting choices. I think it's flat at some points too, but
Yeah. I think when they go in the other world, the movie takes a nosedive.
oh yeah,
Like once, I feel like he might have had less control at that point,
Mhm.
and it was more of a studio-based thing.
Yeah.
But everything before that definitely feels like
wait, but you forgot
vision.
you forgot the most important character that
What?
might be in this movie. If they're gonna have Shang-Chi,
You think Shang-Chi might be in it?
yeah, but well, I don't think Shang-Chi is gonna be in it. I hope that Aquafina's gonna be
No.
in it.
I don't know. I don't really.
I'm kidding.
I'm
I
not
don't-
the kind of person who hates Aquafina, but like,
I don't want her in this movie.
I don't care. I don't know.
I don't think either of them are going to be in this
No,
movie.
I doubt it. But it is gonna be more street level.
Mhm.
No more multiverse stuff. Street stuff now.
How street level can you get with
With
the
the Hulk?
Hulk?
I don't know.
I mean, like, that's kind of my.
I'm not thinking. It's not gonna be like Daredevil TV show level street level, but it's more like Spider-Man 2 level street level.
Yes.
Yeah, you know.
Or even it's just like the original, because I'd call the first two movies, especially the first one, very street level.
Are you talking about Spider-Man 1 and 2?
Well, I'm talking about Homecoming.
Okay, you're talking about Homecoming.
Homecoming.
Homecoming
I guess, yeah, I would
and
consider
Far From
those-
Home to a lesser extent.
I would consider Homecoming definitely street level.
Yeah, which I think is a good place
Yeah,
for them to be.
for them to go back.
I just really hope that
I
they.
also hope we see more of Spider-Man like kind of being a loser. Like things just not going his way, kind of Spider-Man 2
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think that'd be cool too.
Yeah, I love when Peter Parker is just a freaking loser.
He's just miserable all the time.
Yeah, because his life sucks.
Yeah.
But my other worry is after hearing about, we have two villains
Mhm.
so far confirmed.
Tombstone. and-
Scorpion and
Scorpion.
Tombstone, and we don't know how exactly he's going to interact with Hulk and Punisher. And maybe Mr. Negative is also, like, there were
Who's
rumors
to
about
say?
that. Yeah, who's to say? Sarah, pull up a meme.
Sarah, pull something up. I don't know.
But like with all of that, I'm worried that it's going to take the same. It's making the same mistake that Spider-Man 3 made, and that the Amazing Spider-Man 2 made, where it's too many villains.
Right.
They're not able to balance it correctly. It feels like
Do you think No Way Home balanced it correctly?
No Way Home.
Yeah.
I think they did. I think they definitely did the best job that they could.
I think what makes that better is that all the villains were on the same page in that movie.
Yeah,
It
and
wasn't,
all
like,
of them are already
doing a bunch of
established.
stuff, different stuff.
Like, you had origins, like in Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire, you had an origin for Venom, you had Sandman, and technically his origin too, and then you had the the final coming of the new little baby goblin.
Yeah.
And then in The Amazing Spider-Man, you had an origin for Harry Osborn, you had an origin for Electro, and then you had Rhino showing up tech for like 5 minutes. And just like the fact that they didn't have to establish all of these villains in No Way Home, I feel like is what made that movie work so well with its villains, is that the audience already knew all of them, and none of them had to be established.
Right. So, any final thoughts before we move on?
I think I'm good.
Day?
Yeah.
I'm hyped.
I want to talk about Doomsday before we run out of time.
Yippee!
I feel like we should probably talk about Doomsday.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't want to either.
No, I think, and that is I think that's the biggest showing right there, is that none of us are at all excited about
No,
Doomsday.
not really.
I
mean,
don't care.
I could potentially see like the best thing about this coming out is maybe Robert Downey Jr.'s performance, because I do think he's a good actor. I think he could pull off, like in a perfect world, if he was never Iron Man, he'd be a really good Doctor Doom. But this movie just has so
I don't
much.
think he would be.
You don't think he would be?
No, because I always envision Robert Downey Jr. and this isn't just in his Iron Man role, but like when he played Sherlock, when he played Dr. Doolittle,
Dr. Doolittle?
or when he played that one journalist in Zodiac, he's usually playing a more sarcastic
He's always the same guy, you feel?
quip. Yeah, well, not like entirely the same guy, but like he's always
not-
playing more comedic characters.
I've seen him kind of Oh my God, subverse that with like Chaplin, which I
Yeah.
know is like a 30-year-old movie.
Or like even if you were to go modern, he was pretty serious in Oppenheimer,
Mhm.
but like Oppenheimer doesn't
He was
convince me
still-
that he can be the very imposing and serious character that Doctor Doom is.
You think so?
Interesting.
I don't think.
I think he.
I don't think it's going to be able to convince me.
I don't think it'll be the worst thing about the movie.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't think this. I think this movie has so much going against it. I don't think that's going to be the worst thing. About
No,
it.
I think the worst thing about this movie is going to be the CGI.
You think so?
Yeah. Like I remember seeing I was just scrolling through Instagram one day and I saw this post on Twitter. This is like, sorry. Sarah, bleep that out. This freaking Twitter meme that was just like, Doomsday filming has wrapped and there were no set leaks. And people were like,
It's all inside.
what sets are there to leak? It's just a green screen.
It's all inside in a warehouse. Everyone has little dots on them.
Yeah, like there's not a lot to leak. They revealed everybody that's going to
Also,
be in this movie.
I feel like
maybe.
there were set leaks though. I remember seeing stuff.
Here and there.
I don't
Yeah,
think they were
definitely.
leaks though. They were like official
Okay.
posts.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but if we want to talk about like rumors and stuff, or like the rumor mill,
The fight.
we can talk about the fight. We can talk about Chris Evans.
Man.
What happened with Chris Evans? Oh,
Everyone
That
just
he's
thinks
probably
he's there.
I
probably-
forgot that was a rumor. I thought he was just in it.
Because like it's such a.
He might as well be.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but he's probably not going to be Captain America. He's probably going to be Captain
Captain Hydra.
which not excited about that.
Or
'cause-
maybe Johnny Storm. He's probably gonna be both.
No, he died.
He's
Johnny
probably
gonna be all
Storm's
of them.
dead.
He's probably gonna be both. You know he's gonna be both.
Johnny Storm's
it's
dead.
the multiverse. They can pick him
Well,
out
that's
from-
one of the multiverses. Johnny
Yeah.
Storm's dead, and
It's all,
Deadpool
they
and
can also
Wolverine.
just pick him out from whatever thing they want. When-
I hate the multiverse.
I love the multiverse.
Yeah, so I have a couple of list of why this movie's gonna. What this movie has. I'm not gonna say why this movie's gonna suck. I'm
This
gonna
movie's
say
gonna
what
be
this
mid.
movie has going against it. I think it's gonna be more less than mid,
Mm.
personally. But it was supposed to be a completely different movie with a different main villain before he was fired. That's our first thing.
Oh,
Before
God.
they had to switch up last
They
minute.
had to pivot.
They had to pivot. It was going to be Kang, but then he turned out to be a not so great guy, and now they pivoted to a different guy. We talked about this earlier. There aren't clear main characters that have been built up going into this movie. There aren't like obvious like these are who you should be watching out for. And I feel like they could have done that because it used to be Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America. I feel like they could have done that with maybe.
They were trying to build up Ant-Man.
They were trying to build up Ant-Man. They could have done that with like Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and maybe Black Panther. I think would have been a good big three. But the thing about big three is you got to see them interact.
Yes.
You got to see them like form that friendship if they're gonna be a big three. Like you really see that strong with Iron Man and Captain America. Like they're that foil friendship. And I feel like a Doctor Strange and Spider-Man could have been a really good strong foil to each other.
Yes.
Yeah. Like the reason Infinity War and Endgame worked as well as they did is that despite the fact that it's such a massive cast, there's still anchor characters that are like, these are the leaders of this plot line.
Yes.
And I don't see what they're going to have because like
At most, like Yelena and Spider-Man. Maybe?
like Spider-Man maybe, but I don't know what he's going to be able to do there.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. Sorry, you just brought up Yelena. I forgot. She was also added to the Brand New Day cast.
Oh, she was.
Backtracking a little bit. Yes, she's
Yes.
going to be in it too. So
I do
maybe
remember that. I do
they're
remember
setting
that.
up for that. But I'm there with you, to be honest. Like there was so many opportunities to build these relationships in the past movies, and it just failed to do it, to be honest. And it's either they go into this movie and they try and build it all up in one movie, and it's not going to be a good payoff, or you just go into it and everything's weird.
Yeah. This movie might go the route of the Zack Snyder Justice League, where it's really long, and the reason it's really long is because it needs to build up these all these characters
It's not gonna
that
be 4 hours.
I don't think it's going to be four. Well, like I don't mean that it's going to be a long movie. I think it is it. Do we have a runtime for it?
Let me check.
Like, is it going to be Endgame 3 hour?
I don't think so. I think Secret Wars maybe. No, it doesn't even say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think like they're going to spend more of their runtime than they should
Setting up characters.
setting up and establishing characters and how they interact with one another. Which, yeah, they should have been doing that earlier. Their world is too big, and so now it's all disconnected.
Yeah. I'll also say, it feels like a lot of the hype is around X-Men characters joining in instead of the characters that we have seen. They have been trying to build up, where it's like, hey, it's the X-Men, instead of like telling a story with characters we've been with recently, as opposed to characters we've been with 20 years ago.
I really like my hot take about the X-Men, about Fox's X-Men in general is they're not that great. They survive a lot on nostalgia.
Which one are you talking about specifically?
All of them.
Any
Just
of
the
them,
group.
yeah.
that-
How Fox handled the X-Men, they handled it
They
so
handled them poorly. No, I
and the
definitely
only
agree,
reason that,
structurally.
like, I think, yeah, they made some good casting calls with some of the characters. Like, I think Ian McKellen is great as Magneto, and I do think that whatever that guy's name did good as the young Magneto. Like, I think some of their casting has been great, but like their plot lines and their writing for the movies, terrible. They tried Dark Phoenix twice and failed both times.
My thing about the X-Men Fox movies is, if you were alive when they were coming out, it was either the worst thing you ever saw or it was a masterpiece. Like, it was either
It was either Logan,
Yes.
or it was like
Dark Phoenix.
It was Dark Phoenix. It was, and there was no in between.
Yeah, it was either like one of the best superhero movies you've ever seen, like Days of Future Past,
Well, there were some.
or it was X-Men 3,
Yeah.
X-Men Last Stand.
Yeah. It's just like there's good moments in all of these movies, but collectively,
They don't make up a whole.
yeah, they survive a lot on nostalgia.
There's a lot of
I
gold
think.
in there. It's like a fleece made of. What's a
I think
bad
they did a
material?
really good job, like adapting the allegory, because, like, historically, X-Men was an allegory for the civil rights movement, and in modern day, they kind of changed it in the Fox universe to be more of an allegory for the LGBTQIA plus community. And I think they made that change really well, and there are a lot of great scenes there.
As it goes on, they kind of abandoned that.
But as it goes on, they
Yeah.
also abandoned that. That was really more of an original trilogy thing. They kind of
Yeah.
forgot about that plot line in the
In
reboot,
in
young
the prequel.
in the prequel
timeline.
movies that
They
don't
go
make
more.
sense.
They go more to civil rights in the prequel, which kind of makes sense because it's in the past.
Yeah, it's in the past.
Yeah. So, I also think if they try to give everyone equal time, it's not going to work. Because
Yeah.
you look at Infinity War, not people don't have equal time. Like it's surprisingly Thanos is first, then it's Iron Man, then it's I think Doctor Strange. Captain America surprisingly had not a ton of time.
Not a ton.
No,
Yeah.
because he was more.
Spider-Man had more time than him.
That's because I think they were saving Captain America for Endgame.
Endgame. Yeah, that's true. But
Like-
yeah, they were smart about who they prioritized.
Yeah,
Whereas I feel like in this movie they might just try to prioritize everyone.
and we don't know who they're gonna prioritize. You want to talk about
these
Fantastic
movies-
Four and how they're gonna be playing a role in this?
I guess, are they?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're like a main team.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna be Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. Vanessa Kirby is
Yeah, the whole team.
Invisible Woman.
They're bringing him back.
Joseph Quinn as that one Beetle.
The Beetle.
As the Beetle. Which one is he playing?
I don't know.
He's playing one of the Beatles, isn't he?
Yes.
I didn't do research for that one. Okay.
Anyways.
Well, this movie very well might be the first to get a -% on Rotten Tomatoes. We didn't even mention how some actors aren't acting with other actors. They're just acting in a real. Not Alan Tudyk. What's his name? Alan.
I think that's close. I think his
It's
first
not-
name's Alan.
It's not Alan Tudyk.
It isn't?
The guy who
Well,
plays Nightcrawler.
Yeah, the guy who plays Nightcrawler. I remember hearing about this. Where he's like, "Yeah, I have no idea who I'm talking to in this movie," which
Yeah, they just put
I
him
feel
in
like
front of somebody.
Alan Cumming.
kind of
Alan
go,
Cumming.
which I feel like kind of goes against the spirit of filmmaking in general. Of like, we're at a
Getting
point
to know your
of like we're at a
co-stars.
point now where we're so scared about leaks, and we're so scared about like the story getting out that we're not letting actors act with each other. Because I remember like Ian McKellen. This wasn't during.
The Hobbit.
Yeah, during The Hobbit, he got really mad one day on set because he was like, I don't want to act against a tennis ball on a stick. I want to act against people. I literally have been knighted.
Imagine-
Give me something to work
Imagine
with.
being in a green room for like like 15 hours a day.
Avengers
Just-
Doomsday.
Yeah,
Just-
with dots on your face,
dots on your
wearing a
face,
stupid
wearing
like
a
black
green
costume.
That would be terrible. I would hate that.
Yeah, or like, God, what was the? There was some movie that I heard of. It was some fantasy movie where like one of the actors. Oh no, it was Pirates of the Caribbean, where the guy that played where Stellan Skarsgård, I think is his name.
Right.
He did makeup for that movie. Everybody else just did CGI. And he was like,
Well, didn't he want to, or was it like?
well, he wanted to. Yeah,
Okay.
he was like, this is more honorable to the crap. Like, I'm not gonna just let you put dots on my face
Yeah.
and let CGI and let our editors like Sarah handle it. Sarah.
Sarah put dots on her face. Sarah put dots on Andrew's face. Actually, just do it to him.
I feel like Sarah is the Jarvis of this show.
Sarah.
But getting back to Doomsday,
Yeah.
Do we
I
have
mean,
to?
yes,
Final
sadly
thoughts?
we do.
Final thoughts before we move on.
I mean, I guess just the biggest thing is like the Russo brothers. Yes, I feel like they can save this. I don't feel like they're going to.
Yeah.
Because my main thing is the second you start a movie and you don't know the ending, you've already lost. Like during production of this movie, they were still writing the ending, and that just feels congested and not
I
right.
disagree with that
Yeah.
on the basis of Iron Man 1 existing.
Was Iron Man 1 written with no ending?
It was written with
No
no script.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like there's like so many interviews where like Jeff Bridges was talking about it. He was like, we would get together, like me and Robert and what was the director for that movie?
John Favreau.
Yeah, John Favreau would get together, and they would try to figure out what they would want to shoot that day because they didn't have a script for it.
It's so funny. Like you can see that happening for like a comedy, like Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
We're
But
like-
like a movie that's like
A movie
so
as
plot,
big as-
so plot heavy as
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
I
Like
guess
I-
in contrast to that, it's like Iron Man is one character.
Yeah.
Obviously, they have comics where they have whole comic runs where he's doing this thing, whereas Doomsday is a culmination of 200 characters, and they're figuring out how to interact and how it all eventually slowly points into the conclusion that will be Doomsday, like the ending of it. I feel like that's a little bit of a different situation.
Also, Doom getting one movie?
Yeah.
That's an
You
ultron
don't thi-
level
well, you
of
don't-
disrespect.
You don't think he's gonna be in Secret Wars?
I sure hope he is.
Yeah, I hope he is. Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't care. Yeah.
I think that's the bottom line for this. We don't care, and that's the issue.
That's another thing that kind of supports that issue. Marvel Zombies came out apparently.
Did anybody know about that? I didn't.
I didn't know this happened.
I think I remember
woke
hearing
up
about-
I woke up this morning and found out Marvel Zombies came out, and we were gonna talk about it as if it was something that was coming out in the future. But no, it came out like a week ago.
Yeah, I remember like hearing about it, but like at some point, but I did
it's-
not remember a date, and I don't care.
But it's
so-
like they didn't tell us. They did not tell us.
There's just so
they gave us no reason for me to know.
Yeah.
It's like now they're so scared of oversaturating their marketing
They're under marketing.
that they're under marketing it now, and so nobody knows what's happening.
I mean, like Blade's in it. I guess he's in it.
Oh
First
yeah,
time we're
it's like
seeing-
as Blade Knight, yeah.
First time we're seeing Blade in the
kinda
MCU,
cool.
I guess.
Which like
Well, not
like
MCU, but
voice cast. Like I looked at the voice cast, a lot of original people coming back.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Elizabeth Olsen said she recorded it, or they all recorded it in 2020, and then she forgot it existed, and she was also surprised when it came out. She didn't know it came out either.
She's just gonna get like a check in the mail one
Yes,
day. She'll be like,
imagine.
"What's this for?"
Marvel Zombies.
It's incredible. Yeah.
So
This-
yeah,
That's kind
we're
of
not excited about Marvel, it seems.
That's kind of that's like the real like big issue. I think all encompassing with the MCU is that like I don't care anymore.
Yeah, and like it sucks. It has to be this way. Because
Yeah.
there's so many cool storylines they could do that they're not doing.
Do you think it at all plays a role in just the fact that this is a franchise that we all grew up with and now we're kind of growing out of it?
That could be part of it, but I also think the movies they are objectively worse at the
Yeah.
same time.
Oh yeah.
But I also think it's because they've done so much that they're running out of ideas. But that also doesn't make a lot of sense either, because they have comics to pull from.
Yeah, but like with the comic, like you're getting into more like yes, there's stuff to pull from. You're pulling from more and more obscure stuff.
Yes.
Like, there is a certain wonderful man that we have yet to bring up. Wonder Man?
Oh, Wonder Man.
Exactly.
I thought you were
We
going
have
somewhere
1
else
minute
with
left.
that.
Yeah, what do we want to say about Wonder
What do we
Man
want
in
to say
a
about
minute?
Wonder Man?
He exists.
He exists. He's a superhero that's also an actor.
I don't know who he is.
They're
I've
taking
never
in-
heard of him before.
Supposedly, they're taking inspiration from the TV show Barry, which is cool, but like, this movie's coming out in like a few months. We don't know what it is. Most people don't know what it is.
Well, I
we've
mean,
seen like seconds of footage.
it can still work, and the reason I think it can still work is because raise your hand if you knew about the Guardians of the Galaxy before that movie came out.
Oh, I didn't. I
Before that movie came out?
I misunderstand the question.
No, that's the point. We're like, Guardians of the Galaxy were very obscure characters before 2014 when James Gunn made them a big thing, and now they're household names.
You think the same thing would happen with Wonder Man? Same thing happened with Peacemaker.
so.
Same
Yeah.
thing happened with Peacemaker.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
And
take
they're-
really.
They're both shows.
I think that's just James Gunn being good at his job.
Yeah, I
think so.
Maybe
Yeah.
Daniel Justin Cretton is that good. Who knows?
Who knows?
I mean, nobody,
Who's to say?
Nobody really thought James Gunn was like that, like special. I guess before he made the Suicide Squad, then he made then he made Peacemaker, then he started making all this stuff. It's like, oh, he actually doesn't miss.
Yeah.
Like when like Guardians 1 and 2 came out, it's like, yeah, he's a good director, but like I don't think anyone knew
Realized.
just how good he was.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But we'll talk about James Gunn and the DC
In
universe
2
on
weeks.
another day.
In
yeah,
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Join us here again.
on The Real Deal. Check us out on YouTube, which is this, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok. We do have a TikTok, right?
Yeah, we have a TikTok.
Okay, and we will see you next Thursday for another episode
Yep.
of The Real Deal.
Sarah,
Thank
put
you.
the socials on screen.
Thank you for watching.